Hello, I'm Michael Rosen and I'm a poet. Here in my attic, we're going to look at some of the different ways that poems work. Of course, poems don't have to rhyme, but that's what we're going to think about in this programme. Rhymes can stick ideas together. I go out and shout is a short rhyme for a short idea. But rhymes can stretch out over a longer poem and link much bigger ideas together.
I met a traveller from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and snare of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away."
Rhyming poems don't have to be serious. A very simple pattern of rhymes means you can kind of half guess the word that's coming. Then getting it right or wrong is part of the fun. Like in this poem, About a Shark, by Lord Alfred Douglas. A treacherous monster is the shark. He never makes the least remark, and when he sees you on the sand, he doesn't seem to want to land. He watches you take off your clothes, and not the least excitement shows. His eyes do not grow bright or roll. He has astounding self-control. He waits till you are quite undressed, and seems to take no interest. And when towards the sea you leap, he looks as if he were asleep. But when you once get in his range, his whole demeanour seems to change. He throws his body right about, and his true character comes out. It's no use crying or appealing, he seems to lose all decent feeling. After this warning you will wish to keep clear of this treacherous fish. His back is black, his stomach white. He has a very dangerous bite. You've probably noticed that most songs rhyme. You can write poems that are like songs, with a chorus at the end of each verse. I wrote this next poem, like a song, as a tribute to my favourite shirt. I've had this shirt that's covered in dirt for years and years and years. It used to be red, but I wore it in bed and it went grey because I wore it all day for years and years and years. The arms fell off in the Monday wash, and you can see my vest through the holes in the chest. For years and years and years. As my shirt falls apart, I'll keep the bits in a biscuit tin on the mantelpiece. For years and years and years.
Welcome to I've a spot on my arm, and it's doing no harm. And I just cannot leave it alone. I pick it and rub it until it goes red. I'm at it all day till I go to bed. My mother keeps saying, "You'll make your arm sore." So I go to my room and I pick it some more. I just cannot stop, even when I'm told no. Oh, I wish this old spot would just head up and go.
Names are good fun for rhyming. I made up a story about a dog called Jim. Once I'd written it, I realised you can use the same rhyming pattern for loads of other names. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me, and I didn't know him. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Felicity. It's a bit dark down here. They cut off my electricity. Who else lives down behind the dustbin?
Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Rose. I said, "What are you doing there?" "I'm practicing a pose."
Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Tarathan. I said, "What are you doing there?" "I'm running in the marathon."
Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Dick. Went to pick clothes and he gave me a lick.
Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Betty. I said, "What are you doing there?" "I'm eating some spaghetti." Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Fred. Someone says he's lively, but to me he looked quite dead.
In all these poems, the main rhymes are at the end of a sentence or an idea. Once you've set up a pattern of rhymes for your poem, you can keep it going all the way through, or change the pattern to make a surprise. Our last poem rhymes in the middle of sentences, sticking the ideas together almost without you noticing, until the very end. On the way to bed, A. Take the staircase slowly. Note how many steps. Never race to the landing or try to chase shadows into corners. B. Place books and comics under your bed. The Bible is still a safe bet. C. Spread Sheffield knives 2 feet from your head. Polish them first. Ask Dad nicely and he may sharpen them for you. D. Always jump into bed. Monsters queue beneath the bed springs until dew curdles on the garden. E. Face the door before you go to sleep. Remain like that all night. Use string to keep yourself in place. Then F. Count sheep to save strain on the knots. NB. Always have your bed well away from windows. Let the room breathe all day, but never, never when the grey evenings give way to night. G. Watch the patterns in your curtains change to things at sunset altogether strange. In the silence they rearrange their ugly smiles. When you hear the heartbeat on the pillow, H, count every thump. And if you don't know now the number of steps to go before your blood arrives, I, check the knife.